Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Vintage Story. This is season 2, in which we have updated it to version 1.18.5. And we thought we were going to be going for a good while yet on Series 1, and then a series of unfortunate events. Um, Primarily a black bear. A bandit archer, and my own stubbornness led to the demise of the last of my 10 lives. And we, the game deletes your save. So here we are back, and we're going to start season 2. We are going to go with a standard world, and we need okay, Delacabas Kingdom Tales. Sure, why not? I think that's the same name we had for the last one. Let's customize. Now I'm just going to blaze through these fast. Game mode survival. Starting climate 6 to 14 degrees centigrade, which is temperate. I think we're going to go warm. Well, you know, this is going to be a warmer world. Our random spawn radius is 50 blocks. Grace timer, we're going to say 2 days before monsters appear. Drop inventory on death. Seasons will be enabled. Players' lives, we're going to go infinite this time. Or should I go for something, well, 20 is our maximum. We're going to go infinite. I get pretty reckless. Lung capacity, 40 seconds. We're going to up that to 60 seconds. I figure if my ancient behind can hold my breath for 60 seconds, our character certainly can. Days per month. We are going to go 30 days per month. Make it real. True winter is enabled. Block gravity, sand and gravel. Allow underground farming. You know, I'm going to turn that on. I never do. We might as well. Body temperature, hardiness, as usual, I'm going to go to minus 5 degrees centigrade. Creature hostility, aggressive. Creature strength, normal. Player health points, we're going to up to 35. Hunger rate, normal. Walk speed, normal. Food spoilage, normal. Tree sapling growth time, we're going to set that to normal, because I don't know why it's not on normal by default. Tool durability, we're going to go to 200%. Just make our tools last a little longer. Tool mining speed, we're going to leave that the same. Our pro pick radius, 8 blocks. Micro chiseling, we want most cubic blocks. Coordinate overlay, there we go. World map, lore content. We're going to turn off temporal stability. I hates it. We hates it precious. And then now here, world generation, this is where we're going to have some fun. So climate distribution, realistic. So instead of a bunch of patches of all kinds of odd things, it's going to be realistic. We'll have to travel to change zones. Land cover. Land cover is how much of the world should be land. The rest of it will be ocean. We're going to do 50%. And now land cover scale determines how much ocean will be between pieces of land. So if we take that up, it'll be a greater distance between pieces of land. If we take that down, it'll be closer distances between pieces of land. And I think we're going to go to 75%. Upheaval rate, 30% is standard. That's geological upheaval. And so what we're actually going to do is we're going to take that down to 10%. So that we have a relatively flat world. That should encourage our different kinds of POIs to appear. So geological activity will be rare. World attribute, landform scale, we can ignore all of that. World width, we're going to go from 1 million blocks to 512K. That will be a little bit smaller world, should be a little bit easier on the machine. World edge, you cannot fall down. And polar equator distance, 100K blocks from the equator to a pole. Well, that means we'd have 200K blocks, and that doesn't match what we've got here. We're going to actually take this and set it to 200K. For that. Global temperature, it's going to be normal. We're going to go global precipitation. We're going to go semi-arid. Forestation, let's go plus 25%. Surface copper is going to be common. Surface, no. And surface tin, there it is going to be uncommon. Snow and ice enabled. We don't need land claiming and we don't need the auction house. So, all right. The reason I'm taking you guys through all of this is because this is the world we should have. We should have a world in which there's ocean with large land masses and islands. It should be warm and dry, as though, well, you know, does that make sense? Does that make sense that the world would be warm and dry if everything is ocean? So let's go warm and humid. That makes more sense. If it's going to be a warm world, but it's got a lot of oceans, then it's going to be humid. I like that. Besides, we might run into jungles and bamboo. Thank you for sticking with me with this, but so that's going to be our world. It's going to be an ocean world that has substantial land coming up in it, but not massive continents like the United States and South America and all that. And it's going to be warm and it's going to be humid. So we're going to be seeing a lot of rain. I know how much you guys love the rain. Let's go ahead and apply, and let's create world. No custom seed. It should be relative. You know, the terrain will not be as mountainous as we've seen in other playthroughs with these settings, and because I think this is an old world. I think this is a world that the polar ice caps and the ocean and everything have matured to the point that we've got lots of humidity. It's jungly. We got animals. But so, yeah, it was kind of funny. I gave this big, the direction in the series is going speech and thanked a bunch of people and everything else, and then like 2 episodes later died. Ah, man. And if you can't tell, I've had about 30 seconds of sleep in the last like 48 hours. So, all right, voice pitch low, that's fine, but we might as well have a wah wah voice. I don't need 2-piece. We'll go with breeches. Whatever makes them think that sounds like no, that's evil incarnate. Oh my God, they've got to find us something. That'll work. Okay. So hair type, not bald. We want dreadlocks. And we're going to have, a Viking top braid. And we're going to have a fat walrus mustache with a shaggy full beard. Making sure it's the right color. We're going to get something that looks vaguely human. There's not really brown eyes here, so I guess we'll go with hazel or something. And we're going to confirm the skin. Now, if you're not familiar, there are classes. They have pluses and minuses, and in my personal opinion, the commoner and the hunter really are the best class to play for me, just for me. And normally what I do is I determine which of the 2 of them I'm going to play by tossing a dice in which odds are commoner and evens are hunter. See what we get here. And this time, I get to be a hunter. I am happy because we get exclusive craftable bow and arrows. It means we can get a bow and arrow in our hands right off the bat. Well then, let's look at the map. we're on a little island, like right offshore. That's our nearest land. We got smaller islands going down. I think what we'll do is we'll make the trip northeast here. It's not that far. What's the temperature? 58.2 degrees Fahrenheit on the 1st of May. Very nice. Kind of like North Carolina. All right, we are going to have to, of course, come up with some sticks and either some good rocks and or flint. What do we got here? Clay stone. No, clay stone cannot be used for tools. It's too soft. So we are going to have to locate, oh, I heard bees. We're going to have to locate some flint. And with clay stone, it's not really world renowned for producing a lot of flint. So there we lucked into 2 pieces. Oh, it's a bear. Are you kidding me? All right, he doesn't seem to be coming for me. We're going to take this action in a different direction. Whoa. I heard that splash. I thought it was the bear coming for me. But I think it was just a rabbit jumping in the water. Wow. Where are all the flint rocks hiding? You know, this dense stuff here. Find some sand, maybe it'll help. But right now, I mean, I can make a knife. If I pick up a rock, I'll be able to do a hatchet, but this is not going to do. Don't see any in the water. We got to watch out. That's poison oak. All right, well, here is a little bit of butter burr. It's one of the plants added by our mods, and it is edible. I haven't heard anything further from the bear, so let's just pick up any old rock here. Oh, hey, there's another one. Good, good. That makes me feel a little better. All right, so we're going to make ourselves a knife. I don't know how I did that. Okay, well, we're just going to break it. We should get the stone back. If we don't, we don't. Oh, well. I'm not sure how that happened. I clicked way up there. Now, it's a tough call. I think I'm going to go axe, even though I really want to go spear. I just got to get that rock in my hand. Even though I really want to go spear, I'm going to go axe, because I think we need to construct ourselves some form of raft and look for a much better place to be than this. And I'm going to need a stick for that. It's Mapley. That's good enough to get us started. All right, so there's a knife. There's an axe. No. Oh. There we go. Get our axe there, and just as soon as humanly possible, I want to get, at the very least, some spears happening. Clay stone. All right, we need to expand our inventory. Right now, all we have is our hotbar, but we do have 4 slots on the right side in which we can put in baskets in order to expand our inventory. Not sure what I was seeing, if that was a fawn maybe? Yes, it's a fawn. Okay. What I'd like to find is hard sedge, because it gives us lots of material for the effort we put into breaking it. This over here is soft sedge, and soft sedge is an edible plant. And while it doesn't give us much nutrition, doesn't fill us up much, we can at least eat it. And every little bit helps right now. So I'm just gonna, well, let's take a look here. Oh, I'd have to go inland really, unless I continue up the coast. Yeah, I'm gonna continue up the coast. Because if we do decide we're gonna settle on this initial section of land, we're gonna have to have access to lots of reeds and stuff. And if we're not, then we're gonna have to be able to make rope. And there. We have 2 different rafts that we can make. We can make a full raft that we actually sit on, or we can make a kickboard, basically, a raft that'll support our upper body, and we kick with our legs. And actually, the kick raft travels pretty darn fast. Well, there's Thule. There's some more soft sedge. So we're in the right neighborhood for it. We just got to find the right little pond. And then, of course, there are the cattails. Oh, it's just we get more material from hard sedge than we do from the cattails. So, see, there's 3 from that. This is soft sedge. We'll cut to some of that too. Make sure we got some food in our pocket. There's got to be more hard sedge than that. There we go. That's what we're looking for. This is giving us lots of material, and it's going to make it a whole lot quicker for us to craft our baskets that we're going to use to expand our inventory. All right, let's see where that gets us. We just take it, and I'm going to left click and drag to make it in that shape there. And there's 1, and 2nd, and a 3rd. So we'll need more material, but you can see that's expanded the situation quite a bit. But there should be plenty of the hard sage here. And that's good because we're going to use it to do a couple of things yet. I think I just saw some celery. Oh, there's a little crayfish. All right. So we're going to get our last basket. And then, hopefully we have enough to craft an actual basket that we would normally sit on the floor. It goes all the way around. There's one. There's two. Is it three? Yes, it's three. So we're going to craft that basket. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that basket down. Then I'm going to hold, with nothing in my left hand or my right hand, I'm going to hold shift and right click, and that will allow me to pick it up. And then I'm going to look up so there's no block that I can associate with it. And I'm going to shift and right click again, and that is going to transfer it to my back. So that's some extra storage I can carry with me. And eventually, of course, we'll make a large ceramic vessel and use that, until we can do leather and get backpacks and stuff. All right. So we've got our baskets. We got a little bit of food. Let's just eat that right now. There's some celery over there that we're going to harvest. There we go. That's dill. Let's grab that. Oops. Got some celery and some dill. We're halfway to a salad. Borax bits. Well, hello. We're going to mark that. Oh, look at that. Wow. Okay, change the plans. Swamp castle. First, we built a castle, and it sank into the swamp. Then we built another castle, and that one sank into the swamp. And then we built a third castle, and that one burned down, fell over, and then sank into the swamp. And then we built another castle, this fine castle you see before you today. All right, let's not forget to mark this. I got a little excited there. Holy cow. Borax. We can use that for a number of things. And let's make it red so we can see it. And let's head that way. There's ruins there, and then there's these ruins here. Oh, wow. Is that the Locust Castle sunk into... Wait, what? Oh my gosh. Ah. All right. I gotta get my priorities straight here. I need to locate some flint, preferably enough flint that with a little bit of work I can create a Aztec club. Make sure we've got food. So, my pal Freakbird, by luck, got a seed where you spawn in standing in between a giant village and Locust Castle, and it's the seed we used for our server. And I really did not expect to see a castle until we had traveled, and I mean properly traveled. And so many people said, "Oh man, you've got to you've got to take over that castle in our series 1. Okay, I have 1 flint. I need 4 flint. I need 4 flint. We're going to make it our focus. We know we can't lose track of it. It's just so huge. I'm just cutting food anytime I come across it, making sure we've got a variety. So hopefully we'll have, something good to add to good ingredients. And I'm just going to store it in that basket on my back when I get a chance. Definitely before we have our encounter. Oh, and here's more flint, and there's a piece of copper. I'm going to mark that. Copper ore. There's a chicken. I'm going to leave that copper ore right there so I can find the spot when I come back for it. More of that. How many we got? There's 4. All right, I need to cut a tree. And I need to make some rope. And this is the perfect tree to answer all of those things. It's got lots and lots of vines on it. Now, we've got that 2-day grace period before nasties start spawning in the world. Now, I would expect that because it's a POI, its nasties are going to spawn regardless. But, wow, that is a lot. That is a lot. I am very pleased with that. How do we come out for sticks? We got 7 sticks. All right. We're going to take the 36 wild vines. We're just going to run them across with left click, and we're going to make a bunch of rope. Okay. We are going to take 3 sticks, 1, 2, 3, and as an archer, I can use 3 pieces of rope and make a crude bow. Now, we're going to take a piece of that, 2 flint, a stick, and a piece of rope, and that's going to create a flint makuahuil. Right, say that 3 times fast. And that is a pretty solid weapon. Now we need to acquire sticks and flint to make a bunch of improvised arrows, basic arrows. So the flint hunt is still on, but it just so happens that if we take a few of those and put our axe above it, turns it into firewood, and then if we trade that out for our knife, it turns it into sticks. So there we go. We just need flint. I am so excited right now. The fact that this castle is here, and it's unique too. It's in the water like that, which means we can probably build our own kind of custom courtyard. Oh, I've got plans. There were some things we did on the multiplayer server with the castle that was good, but I've got plans. I'm gonna need makeshift arrows. They aren't going to have feathers. They aren't going to hit very hard, but they're going to hit. Up, hey, there we go. Now we're starting to find a bit of it around. Fantastic. I'm going to need to make a bed. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do before we lose track of anything else is we're just going to cut a crap load of grass so that we can make a straw bed. This is going to allow us to set our spawn point by the castle. We've got 1806. I'd rather not go at this thing at night. So we're going to make sure that we can set up a bed and a fire. And we're just going to pick a spot and dig in. We're not going to get any more excitable than that. It's going to give us the opportunity to make some of the stuff that we need. Indigo milk cap. Nope. Don't want to eat those. Alright. So, I need a spot for my fire and for my bed. Set up the fire first. We're going to need grass. We're going to need a fire starter, which we're going to make with 2 sticks and a piece of grass. And we are going to need firewood, which we are going to do just like we did before. Make sure we got about 8 of it. And then before we get started, I am going to take sticks. I'm going to put 2 sticks there. And 4 grass up here. And that's going to allow us a couple of torches, which at the moment are just going to go in my left hand, even though they're not lit. Alright, so here we go. We're going to... grass, please. Place grass, and then we're going to place 4. We're doing this with shift right click. Now it's become a fire. We're going to take our fire starter, left shift and right mouse, yeah, nearby. Alright, we're going to right click it. That's going to open the interface. And I'm going to take our torches and drop them into the top. And they will eventually reach temperature and ignite. In the meanwhile, I'm going to make sure I have an empty hand in both sides. I'm going to take our basket off our back by holding shift and right click, and I'm going to shift and right click to put it down. It's starting to get dark. We're going to expand this just a tiny bit with this extra dirt. Just make sure that we can seal it up tight. And we are going to keep our soft sedge, about 20 of it, 3 of our celery, well, just 1 celery. Let's hold on to that celery. We're going to hold on to our rhubarb. I'm going to stow the hard sedge bundles in there, as well as the dill. And we're going to use this spotty moss to fuel the fire here. That'll just help us get rid of it. It'll burn up pretty quick, and we don't want a bunch of extraneous stuff when we go to do this. Alright, and while we let that burn, we're going to hit H, and we're going to say shield. Everything. Crude shield. Crude shield takes some papyrus, hard sedge bundles or bamboo and sticks. And that, my friends, is why we kept our hard sedge bundles. Except I think I just put them in there. There they are. So 3 hard sedge and sticks. We're going to put that in our left hand position. So now we got a decent melee weapon and at least a little bit of protection. It's not a great deal. We're going to put our fire starter in there and 1 torch. Actually, let's put the borax in there. And we'll carry the dirt in case we need it to noob tower up anywhere. And let's go ahead and we're going to let that burn. Let's eat this stuff real quick. I want to get up to about 3/4. There we go. That's good enough. That'll get me through the night. We're going to take this and we're going to make 3 hay. And we're just going to stretch those across, and that's going to create a hay bed. Oh, number 2. And we're going to put that hay bed down right there. There went the fire, and that's why we wanted to make darn sure we had torches. All right, I'm going to pick this up and put it, hey now, forgot both hands got to be empty. There we go. And we'll put that on our back eventually, but, well, actually, you know what? I can't put that on my back till I can see sky, so put that up there. We got one in reserve, and it's 21:43. I'm trying to wait up just a little bit here because we won't get a lot of sleep out of this bed. So let's just take a moment here and look at this. This certainly looks like the place. I think the gate is here. Yeah. All right. There should be plenty of water plants in here. There's a spot over here where we can farm. If we're lucky, we'll find some ruins where we can... Well, actually, we should get a lot of cobblestone and stuff depending on how we do this. It's going to be a pain to clean this up with just a primitive pick. But, all right. I'm going to sleep, and I will see you guys in the next one.